Hey, it is February the 18th, 2022, and what we do, Jake's Bounty. Hey, I fucked that one up there, but hey, it's Friday, 4-Out Friday. Let's do it. I'm in the garage. Alright, thank you very much. Tuning to Jake's Bounty. I'm your host, Jake Hernandez. It is a lovely Friday, almost afternoon. And I'm going to go ahead and thank the music today provided by Hot Licks once again with their album, Matinee. And that song was entitled, hold on one second, Pissed Off Again. Alright, so we'll hear some more from Hot Licks and Pissed Off Again later on. Also want to go ahead and thank the sponsors today. We've got 309 games, puzzles, trivia challenge, and all that jazz to make your brain young. That's right, over here at Jake's Bounty. When you type in the word trivia, you still get it for $5.99. Also, we've got Dust Off right here. Yes, Dust Off for your technology, for your electronics, for all that good stuff, but not for your face. That's right, don't blow in your face because you might die. That's right, Dust Off over here at Jake's Bounty. And let's go ahead and get into the news. All right. So, CSU Chancellor Dr. Joseph Castro resigns from position amid criticism over his handling of harassment at Fresno State. This comes after the protest was held earlier this month after he was paid a $260,000 severance, check, and also a letter of recommendation. All right, this is unknown. Will replace the Chancellor, Dr. Joseph Castro, at this time, but we will keep you informed when we have the information, all right? A man accused in deadly Fresno killing found not guilty of first-degree murder. The jury also almost was hung on second degree as well. This is for Cruz Lopez, deadly stabbing at a barbershop in Northwest Fresno. This happened May 2021 at a shop on Blackstone in Herndon. 23-year-old Alex Solorio was killed. They will go with another trial, and if he doesn't take the plea, obviously, they're looking at second-degree conviction, and that will carry a life sentence, and a manslaughter with a knife will carry a maximum sentence of 12 years, all right? Ryan Guerrera was charged as an accessory after the fact. He was released on bail, and then he skipped his court and wasn't arraigned, so now he's have a warrant out for his arrest. All right. Tower District Tattoo Shop killed, not guilty of murder, could face manslaughter trial. Man who killed two people and shot a third inside a Tower District Tattoo Shop. And back in 2018 was found not guilty. Jury acquitted Cruz Hinoso of 2 murders and another murder after self-defense. Didn't convince all the jurors though, as they committed another crime. He killed his boss at Fresh Ink, Paisa Zybeth, as well as Jesse Chuy Hernandez, and a woman who entered the shop afterward. Hung jury on manslaughter, 9-3. Also hung jury on attempted manslaughter, shooting of woman. A woman who interrupted the not guilty read by judges was saying, "Who the fuck did it then? With this fucking bullshit? If he didn't do it, then who did?" And she kept on saying that until she was told to leave. And anyway, he is likely to go trial again in April. So far, he's been cleared for the killing of Zayapeth. Man arrested for a series of burglaries in Fresno and Clovis. 28-year-old man Robert Hills has been accused of a dozen or so more burglaries in the Fresno to Clovis area. He was caught on a cafe in Blackstone and San Jose Avenue early yesterday morning. And apparently the places that he stole from, just to name a few of them, are Hugo Salad and Juice Bar, Deli Delicious, Me and Ed's, and many more. All right, this little burglary spree started for him back last year in November of 2021. Oh, it seems Aaron Rodgers and Shailene Woodley are calling off their engagement. Yes! She's mine. Oh, just kidding. They had about a 2-year engagement, all right? It started just about when COVID started, and they met each other during the downtime of the whole season being over and the COVID, and they fell in love, and now their schedules are just, well, too crazy, and they're unfortunately breaking apart. They say they still love each other and will always remember the times that they had, but yes, they are no longer engaged. Okay. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and get into our another little segment. It is dog training for dummies. That's right. We try to do a little passage from here every day, and let's go ahead and do one right now. Selecting the best crate for your dog. Get a crate that's big enough to accommodate your dog. Well, that sounds obvious, right? When he becomes an adult dog, all right? So not just when he's a small puppy, but when he becomes an adult. Select one that's large enough for your dog to turn around, stand up, or lie down in comfortably. So make sure the dog can do that. And if you want to get down there and try it, go for it, you know. If you expect that your puppy to become much bigger as an adult dog, buy a crate that comes with a divider. See, a divider enables you to increase the size of the crate as it grows. The most versatile crates have 2 doors, one on the other side and the end, and you'll appreciate this flexibility, especially when you try to move the crate from room to room. So the crate I have is outside. It can either fit my big dog Duke or Mickey. It's not divided, but it has 2 doors on either side, so I think I'm doing all right. Now, if you plan to travel with your dog, get a crate that collapses easily and is portable. That one does collapse and it is portable, but it is heavy. Or consider investing in a second crate for the car. That might be better. Lugging a crate from the house to the car and back again quickly gets old, all right? So maybe you guys can invest in 2 crates. They can be expensive, but there are other avenues, you know. You might know somebody who has a crate they want to get rid of, and all you gotta do is clean it up, you know. A lot of times they're yard sales, or they're at other shelters that they might not need them anymore, which is not likely because shelters are usually always using crates. But who knows, maybe you'll come across one and, you know, you'll get lucky, and you know, they last for a long time. So even if you do buy a crate and they can be, you know, expensive, they do last for a couple of years. I've had mine now, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, maybe even more. So it's well worth it. Go ahead and invest in it. And another passage from Dog Training for Dummies right here. You can go ahead and look it up and get more of it when you type in the word dummy, and you get it for yourself over here at Jake's Valley just for $5.99, all right? Let's go ahead right now and talk about our Far Out Friday segment, all right? I wanted to do a little something different. I thought we were gonna do Funky Friday, but I was like, you know what? Let's do Far Out Friday. I haven't, you know, talked about this artist for a while, but Robin Trower. I wanted to talk about him and his trio that he had back in the early 80s with Jack Bruce and also Bill Landon, all right? And that was a trio entitled BLT, standing for Bruce, Landon, and then also Trower, okay? So let's go ahead and get into that. The guitar virtuoso Robin Trower, just 17, first playing in Procol Harum, knew them for Wider Shade of Pale, and don't worry, I will cover them in a later episode. And that lasted from 1967 through 1971. And then his popular solo career got started after that. He had Bridge of Sighs, and then other ones, including From the Earth Below, a whole bunch of gold albums and whatnot. And then in the early 80s, like I said, in 1981, he got together with Jack Bruce of the band Cream, as well as Bill Lorden, who was on Trower's last album, I think. They got together and formed a band called BLT because, like I said, Bruce, Lorden, and Trower, all right, and had a big old bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich in their front. So very funny and comical. Truce happened to be their next album after BLT. They'd only released 2 LPs, one in 81 and 82. And the first one, BLT, would reach number 37 on the top 200 in May 1981. Or their next LP, Truce, released in 1982, would reach only 104 on the Billboard charts this time. Rather than on the drums being Bill Lorden, it was Reg Isidore. So that's why it's called Truce. The album kind of like has a little bit of each of their names. I don't know exactly how it does, but it breaks it up there better than I could anyway. And Keith Lee from Procol Harum is also adding his songwriting touches, as well as Cream songwriter Peter Ronald Brown helps out on this album. Bruce would go on to release the 1983 album Automatic and continue to work solo albums in several bands. And unfortunately, in 2014, he passed away at the age of 71 from liver disease. Trower has kept busy with his solo career and many other bands. He has rejoined Procol Harum in the later years from 1991 through 95 and then continued to record and perform live. His last album was entitled United States of Mind, released in 2020. Like I said, he has been performing until the whole COVID thing. I was supposed to go see him back in 2017, never got up to do it. That's when I started having my seizures. But hopefully, knock on wood, I haven't missed my shot. And I will see him in the near future, all right? Again, you can go ahead and listen to him on Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, all those multi-music media platforms. You can go ahead and pick up any of his records at record stores. Doesn't have to be just BLT, Bruce, Lorden, and Trower. It could be any of his work, solo or from his trio. Just great stuff all together. And also go check out any of Jack Truce's material as well, besides Cream, okay? Well, that's going to go ahead and do it for us today. But before we say goodbye, I want to go ahead and show you my bounty. I got right here. All right. I had a full bag, so I did very well again. And we've got water, Kirkland, orange juice, Gold. Let's see, got some Niagara. And another Monster, and a Seagram's vodka, extra smooth. All right, okay. Blow a little of that off. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us today. But I do want to tell you about Monday. Monday, we'll have Music Mondays. Happened back in this day in music. We'll also have the news, my bounty, so much more. We'll have music that you never heard of, hopefully, and we'll also have, stories that you probably never heard of either, all right? So come back and join us for that. Want to thank my sponsors. We've got The Cutting Edge over here at Ray's Video, $1 7-day rental, final day, the movie of the week, so go get it. Also, we've got Dog Training for Dummies over here, Jake's Bounty, not video, when you type in the word dummy, excuse me. All right, so go ahead and get that. And right now, here is Instruments of Murder with their song, oh, not Instruments of Murder, Hot Licks. His Hot Licks with their song, shit, what is it? It is Pissed Off Again. So here they are with Pissed Off Again from their album, Matinee. I'll see you guys on Monday. You guys be good to yourselves and be good to each other. All right, see you. Jake's Bounty was filmed at Fornicate Yourself Records Production 2021. You can follow his Facebook, his channel, his website. Go leave a like, leave a comment. As always, please subscribe.